Alright, this is gonna be a dungeon crawl stone soup playthrough. I'm gonna be playing as a deep elf, and we'll go with a air elementalist. Let's make something up. Sure. Alright. I'm by no means an expert at this game, so if you guys see any mistakes, which I'm sure there's many, feel free to leave some comments so I can get better. But I'm gonna start by just leaving. I'll put on conjurations to start with. Set it to manual action. Right. And then we're gonna set, in case you guys don't know, with the backslash key, you can choose what your character will auto pick up when you're exploring. I'm gonna turn on staves, miscellaneous, and I also like to turn on generally projectiles, just because they're good to have if you're ever out of mana or anything. Although I usually don't remember to use them, so, but I'll turn them on anyway. And javelins. Okay. I'm gonna be wanting to learn basically lightning bolt, but just static discharge, so repel missiles is good, swiftness, these are all good spells, so let's start it off. So, cursed ring of teleportation, that's kind of bad. Let's read some of these scrolls, see if we can find remove curse. Guess not. Oh, looks like we'll be teleporting around a little bit. I'm gonna take off the ring of ice. I don't have any any ice spells that I'll benefit from it, and it makes me weak to fire. And if I leave it on, I'll forget about it and end up getting one shot by something that shoots fire. So let's take that off. If I do come across ice enemies, maybe I'll remember to put it on, but probably not. Alright. Let's see if we just get teleported into a big pack of something in this next level. Alright, so I probably don't need conjurations right now. Let's start doing, let's put some points into air. I could use charms as well. Let's see. Well, let's get swiftness, that way if we get into trouble, we can, we have a way to escape. Let's memorize that. Let's see what our charms looks like. Yeah, we're gonna get some points into charms. Yeah, get repel missiles as well. That's always good, and especially since it doesn't expire. It only goes away if it gets used. So you pretty much just cast it and forget about it. And if you go up against projectile enemies, you just have to remember to keep an eye on it. If it falls off, you just recast it. So I'm gonna cast that right now. Okay. Oh, teleported. Let's see if we picked up some scrolls. Yep. Remove curse, please. Nope. Nope. There it is. Alright. So now that it's not cursed, it won't randomly teleport us around, and we can actually evoke it to teleport. I mean, obviously it's not a very high chance of succeeding, but something in case of emergencies. Let's see. So charms we need. Now we need conjuration and air. Air is going to be the next one after we get charms up a couple levels to make our swiftness under 10%, and then we'll probably switch to air. I always like to do intelligence, especially as a caster. It really helps with your percentages, making your spells easier to cast. So. Oh, I guess I lied. I guess it still will randomly teleport you. Alright. So let's take that off. Huh. Should have read it. Oh well. Oh, I'm poisoned pretty bad. Might just be dead here. Let's find out. Nope. Alright. I guess we'll get charmed, I guess, to get it to level 3. That should drop swiftness and repel missiles below 10%, and then we'll move on to air. I'm also going to memorize static discharge. It's a little more powerful, and I believe it's a melee spell. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so it's a melee spell, but it's got a lot more power than shock, so if they get close, we can use that on some more powerful enemies. I mean, it's got 14% miscast rate, so we'll try to avoid it for a little while. I'm gonna back up here. I probably should have did that before I cast lightning, because everything's probably gonna come after me in that room now. Alright. Well, since Charms is already 3.8, because I got a bunch of experience for killing that imp, I'm just gonna leave it on until 4, 1 or 2 more enemies, and that'll help even more with my swiftness and repel missiles. I'm gonna evoke this with Shift V, in case you guys, any new people watching here. I'm doing this just so I know what it does, and that way if I get into a tight spot I don't have to guess. Alright, so a wand of fire, which is really good. It's basically a fireball. It's a good area of effect attack. So I like to try to use my wands early, because they fall off, at least the attack ones do, I think, towards the middle of the game. So well, I know I have a tendency to save them, but you really shouldn't. Alright, Charms is 4, so now we're going to move on to air magic. Let's see. Yeah, so repel missiles is easy to get. Static discharge just needs to come down, and next start getting, once we get lightning bolt, we'll be pretty much set throughout the mid game. Until we find some more spell books. Okay, Amulet of Warding. I believe that helps against summon creatures. Pretty sure. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. Alright, so a player ghost, necromancer. I'm definitely not gonna fight this guy. There's no point in just dying, so I'm gonna run away. I've already explored most of this level, so I don't have a problem just running downstairs. Oh shit, hit the same button twice. Alright, there we go. Whoa, too many steps. Alright, so here I want to walk backwards, but there's also a gecko over here, so if I can take a few steps back and maybe kill him real quick and then get to the stairs maybe. Alright, so I really don't want to go up these stairs because I know that my player ghost is up there. So that kind of limits my options. Might just have to fight these guys. Let's see what we got. Haven't identified any of these potions yet, which is unfortunate. Let's see. Could use static discharge. Or I do have the fireball. Alright, well maybe we can kill this guy. Yep. Take a steps back and then fireball these guys to death. Alright, and that worked well. Yeah, this one especially is it's really good this early on. It's basically a more powerful version of the fire spell that the fire mage starts with. It's kind of like the equivalent to lightning bolt for the fire, so that's definitely really good right now. So it's good to have if I get in trouble like that. Now I got another set of stairs that I know is probably pretty safe. Let me just check. Yeah, so if I get in trouble and I have somewhere to escape that my player ghost isn't going to be trying to kill me. After I clear this level, I'll go ahead and start reading some of my scrolls and identifying some of my potions. Cannot seem to hit him. Let's see what our static discharge is at 12. I'm gonna try it right here. Yep. 3.8. Got a ways to go before we hit lightning bolt, but let's get in there. Alright, so I'm not just gonna walk in this room since there's probably other enemies that I don't want to piss off, so let's see if this adder will notice me. Maybe walk towards me. I guess not, it's probably just him anyway. Yeah, it's just him. Oops, accidentally cast swiftness instead of static discharge. Alright, level up. Air magic to level 4. Conjurations and air. So let's see, what's our conjurations at 3. So we'll get, because air magic is also required for flight, and I'd like to see flight get below 10% anyway. I'll probably get air up to 5 or 6 before I switch to conjuration. Actually, I'll probably get it to 5 and then switch to spellcasting, because that'll give me more spell slots, which I'm out of right now. And to check that, you can just hit Shift 5, and that'll, there at the top, it'll say how many spell levels you have left. And since flight's a level 3 spell, and I only have 2 spell levels, I'm gonna need to level my spell casting. It also gives me more mana, so. Alright, I'm gonna pick up this blowgun too, in case I run out of mana in the future. I have something to poison enemies with. And I keep casting swiftness. I'm gonna have to change my keybind. Yes. Oh, didn't want to do that. That's the other thing about swiftness, is that after it's over with, you actually become slower. So, it never used to be the case before. It's actually a more recent change, which makes me a little more nervous about using swiftness. I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to change my key binding. So to do that, you hit the equals button, and I'm going to change the key bind of my spells. And I use the function keys as my macros. I can show you guys how to do that too. So I'm going to change static discharge to letter B. Okay. Let's see what we got. So A is shock, B is... yeah, that's fine. Okay. To make macros, you hit the... I don't know what that was, a hyphen or... I don't know, next to the number 1 key is... if you do... shift and then press that key, it'll bring up this prompt. You hit M for macro. And it'll ask you what you want your input trigger to be. So let's say in this case, I want F6 to cast a spell, right? So it's going to ask you for your action, and to cast a spell, it's Z, and then whatever spell you want to cast. So here I'm going to do Z, and I want F6 to be F, so I'll make it ZF. So now F6 will do whatever spell is F, which I don't have right now, but later on. Alright, moving on. Oh, artifact scale mail. Won't be using that, but I'll check it out anyway, just to see. Okay, now the iguana is is not to be confused with the geckos that you see early on. These things actually hit pretty hard early on, so try to stay out of its way. If I cast lightning bolt, it'll probably be enough to kill him before he gets to me, hopefully. Alright, maybe not. So let's try a static discharge here, which is B. So it hits him. It also hits me a little bit. Let's see, let's try lightning, shock. One more time. Alright, there we go. Alright, I'm also gonna do intelligence. This'll keep lightning bolt coming a little quicker. 63% now. And flight's at 8%. So I'm gonna memorize flight for sure, because it's very useful. Not so much early on, but when you get to the optional branches like the shoals and the swamp, it's almost a must-have. So I'm gonna take that. It's pretty easy to cast, so I could switch. I'm gonna switch the spell. I'll get spell casting to. Well, I'll finish off air magic at 6. Once I hit 6, I'll go to spell casting. Alright, let's check out this. I know I shouldn't have done that. Alright, at least we got remove curse. See, I knew I wasn't going to use it, but I just wanted to see what it was. But of course it's cursed, and when you have something this heavy on, it really hampered your spellcasting, because you remember all my stuff was below 10%. Well, now if you look, I can't cast anything. So if I didn't have a scroll of remove curse right here, I would be in trouble, because I don't have, my melee abilities aren't very proficient. So here I'm just going to read the scroll and then drop this. Where is it? Armor. Okay. See. And then we'll put on the robe. Alright, see, it's asking me if I want to cast it anyway, because lightning, is it shock? Shock, actually a lot of lightning spells have a tendency, well, they do bounce off of walls, and they arc to for different enemies, and even yourself. So here, if I were to cast it, I'm close enough to where it'll bounce off the wall and hit me. So it's asking me if I really want to do that. Now there's no reason to risk the unnecessary damage, so I'm just going to step down. I should have done that earlier, but that's okay. Let's try a static discharge here. Okay. See, the static discharge also arcs to me, but it doesn't do quite as much damage to me as it does to them. Okay. It's definitely worth it. Just something to keep in mind if you get low. You don't want to get crazy with the static discharge. Alright, so now we're done with this level. I'm going to read. I start identifying all my stuff, because if you get in a tight spot and you don't know what your stuff does, it's not really helpful for you. So let's see, scroll up teleportation, blank, that's good. Okay, chop this up. Alright, identify scrolls I always use on my potions. So I'll use it. I'm pretty confident that the higher number of potions is usually like your potions of curing or your heal wounds, or pretty much. So I'm gonna end up drinking those anyway to see what they are. So I'm gonna identify the potions that I only have one of, because if I were to drink them to identify them, obviously I wouldn't have any more to use anyway. So this way I actually get some use out of it. So I'm gonna identify K. Cure mutation. Okay. Alright, so here, if I want to drink it, I don't want to waste a potion of heal wounds, but I guess if I don't know what it is, then it's no good to me anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and identify all these. Flight. Potion of poison. Alright. Degeneration. Oh, well, good thing I have restore abilities. Okay. Let's drop the poison. Alright, so now we know what everything is. Let's identify this wand. Oh, draining. Draining is very good too. Okay, so we got some good wands. Alright, so moving on. Alright. That sucks. Ice beasts are pretty powerful this early on, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Yeah, so here I could put on my ice ring, which I think I'm gonna do. Let's see. So put on. Let's do the ring. It gives me a little bit of ice protection, not much, but something's better than nothing. I'm gonna go back upstairs. The python grabbed me and constricted me. This might be the end of this character. Let's see. I could do wand of fire. Let's do that. That might kill him. It misses. Okay, let's try it again. Oh, good. Okay, that worked out. And then here we're gonna use static discharge, because it actually, I'm pretty sure it hits everything around me. It does. So that was okay. Yeah, that was potentially dangerous, because ice beasts can hit. They hit pretty hard. Did I ever pick up that blowgun? I did. And do I have needles? I do. Alright, well I'm gonna change the hotkey of my blowgun to make it easy to swap, so I'm gonna change it to B. Okay, and then I'm gonna change the hotkey of my mace to A. And if you hit the parentheses, this allows you to, it automatically swap between whatever you have bound to A and B. So it's really good for swapping out between a ranged weapon and a melee weapon without having to go through your inventory every time. So here I could probably leave the needles out, since I'm not going to be in melee range, hopefully, too much. And I'm going to quiver the poison needles. And that's Shift Q for anybody that doesn't know that. That's the quiver button. Alright, so let's move on. Hopefully we can get the lightning bolt soon. Although static discharge is pretty powerful, I think we should be alright. The only downside is that you have to be in melee range, which is not where we want to be. Alright, I'm going to break line of sight here. He hasted himself. Alright, let's do a wand of draining here. Yeah, draining's really powerful early on as well. Let's try static discharge. 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 Orc priest. These are pretty dangerous too. Just kill them off quickly. Alright, let's get some mana. This is Sky Beast. Alright, that's right, I left my ring of ice on. That's okay though. So Sky Beast can go invisible. I don't have See Invisible. He might even be immune to electricity, which would be an issue. Is immune to electricity. So this guy we actually probably can't kill. We could probably poison it to death, but then it's going to go invisible, making it really hard to hit. So hopefully I can just walk away without waking it up. Okay. Okay. Alright, we're good. Alright, so we'll try to avoid him. If we wanted to go to be a necromancer build, this would be where to start. I don't think I want to do that, nah. I think I'm gonna worship the Hemute this game, most likely, unless I come across Sif Moon up pretty early. Let's see here. So air magic is 6. I'm gonna turn this off now and at least get my spellcasting to probably 5. Alright, let's go this way. I'm gonna try to avoid Auto Explorer for a little while because it might send me back into that Sky Beast. I want to avoid that. Level 7. The only problem with doing this is I tend to walk too fast, and unlike Auto Explorer, your character won't stop when you see an enemy, so... Oh, an artifact robe. Please be good. Okay, it's not amazing. It's slaying 1, which is pretty useless, I mean, for caster. It does have resist negative. That's really the only thing it has is resist negative energy, which is better than the robe I had. I mean, how do I have 2 stacks of resist negative? The Amulet of Warding also provides negative energy resistance in addition to the summon creature resistance. So that's good. I'm actually pretty resistant to any kind of necromancy or whites or whatever else I may encounter. I'm going to take off this ring because it's going to get me into trouble, I know it. Okay, let's identify this amulet. Guardian Spirit, which I do not want. Pretty sure it trades... your mana can be used as health pretty much, and that's not what I want. Let's read to make sure. Yeah, we don't want that. So let's take that off. Put back on our warding. So that robe could have been better, but hey, it's better than what we had, so you can't complain. Let's drop our old one too. Okay. Alright, another player goes. So this floor is not looking good for us. What is he? He's probably so Deep Elf Fire Elementalist. Throw Flame and Flame Tongue. So yeah, we gotta get out of here. See, if I would have had that Ring of Ice on, this dude would probably 2-shot me. I want to use Swiftness because I'm afraid it'll run out and I'll end up being slower. I'm just gonna go down the stairs, I think, and skip level 5 for now. Alright, so what do we got here? So the ogre is dangerous. We have the Wand of Draining though, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Go ahead and use that. Yep, so he's drained. And not only does it do a good amount of damage, it also reduces his overall power as far as, I believe, his health and his damage, so Definitely makes him less threatening. Spellcasting level 4. We'll leave it on for another level. Alright, this guy's annoying. Static discharge him. Ooh, Orc Warrior. Okay, he's dangerous. What do we have? I really don't want to get that close for static discharge. Let's see. Let's funnel him into here. I guess he didn't notice me. Let's go around. Let's go this way. Spellcasting level 5. Let's see. How many spell levels do we have? So we got 5 left, which is enough to get Lightning Bolt. Yeah, so Lightning Bolt is getting pretty close, and we have enough spell levels to learn it. So I'm gonna turn on Conjurations. And just the way that the percentages works, I know that it's for dual school spells like Lightning Bolt, Conjuration, and Air. It's the average. It figures the percentage based on the average of your Conjurations and Air. So I'm pretty sure it's better to keep leveling them pretty evenly, as opposed to just mashing Air magic. And not only that, but a lot of the stronger spells are Conjurations, like Orb of Destruction later on. So Conjuration is always a safe bet. And I did not want to go that way. That's why Auto Explorers, but sometimes dangerous. I guess everything's dangerous in this game, though. Alright, I should be able to kill him. Alright, he's gonna hit me, and it's gonna take away most of my health, but I think Static Discharge is gonna take care of him. So hit him. Hit him. He hasn't hit me yet. Okay. Okay, he missed me, so we should be alright. Yeah. That's probably a little risky. I probably should have just been safe and used the Wand of Draining, but oh well. Of course, I'm using Auto Explore again, but I think we can handle that Orc Warrior now if we come across him. Oh, another Sky Beast. Damn it. Don't have anything to kill him either. Mike, I do have, actually, I lied. I do have the wands. I could use Wand of Fire here, so maybe I'll try that. I'm gonna funnel him into here. Alright, let's try Wand of Fire. Okay, so it misses. Let's try it again. Okay, it's out of charges. So here I'm going to use the Wand of Draining. Okay, don't know if I should switch to the Mace and try to melee him, or if I should try the Blowgun. I'm probably going to miss with the Blowgun. I'll try to... I feel like this is not smart, though. Keeps missing me, so he hits hard, that's for sure. I'm gonna use a Wand of Draining because I'm gonna end up dying. Even if I run up the stairs, I believe he will follow me up. So it misses him. Okay, that sucks. Let's try it again. Okay, got him. Yeah, it's the only thing about the Air Elementalist is Sky Beast. I mean, every Elementalist, every type has their own struggles as far as enemies go. Like Ice, although Ice Mages, Ice Elementalist, their equivalent to Lightning Bolt actually does. It's called Throw Icicle, and actually does partial physical damage, which allows them to even kill things like Ice Beasts. Not the case with the Air Elementalist. Go around. As soon as I get to Lightning Bolt, this game's gonna get a little easier. Oop, see? Start walking without explore and end up like this. Alright, let's do static discharge. Although he's pretty weak, so. Another player, guys. Man, you can tell how much I die on these early floors. I've explored most of this map as well, so I'm also okay going downstairs by now. Alright, let's see what we got here in the dungeon overview. Yeah, I've encountered 3 of my ghosts. Alright, let's kill this thing. Another ice beast. The wand of fire is empty. Although it's not immune to electricity, so we can probably kill it at this point. If it gets close, I'll put on my ring of ice, give us a little more protection. Like right now. Okay. And static discharge should be able to finish both these guys off. It's likely to hit me. We'll take a step back. They switch spots. Static discharge. Come on. Alright, sweet. Oh, another one. Okay. Level 6. Conjurations. Level 8. Me. 21%. So we're getting there. Another couple levels. We'll be alright. Let's get rid of this priest. Actually, let's walk backwards. If I shoot this spell at him, then you know, if there's any other orcs behind him, it might aggro him over to me. So if I take it, these 2 have noticed me, so if I step back, they should follow me without getting anybody else's attention. Alright, there we go. And the priest should come along. Oh, guess he didn't notice me. Alright, there's a glowing trident. Let's see, we can replace our mace. Hopefully we get I like to get like a mace of protection because it gives you +5 armor, and that's really good being a caster. So let's see what this mace is. I mean this trident, vampiric trident. It's better than our mace for sure. So I'll drop the mace, and then I'll set the vampiric trident to a. And we'll swap. The only thing about the vampiric trident, yeah, actually, is that you can't switch between them freely because it requires you to be at a high hunger. So actually, it's probably not worth it. The +1 mace is probably better for me then. Let's drop it. Let's drop this, and you can see how all these projectiles I'm picking up that I haven't really been using, but I am my magic scene has been doing fine for now. So what else can we drop? We'll drop this stuff. Okay, let's wield the mace. Change it to A, and we'll swap back to our needle. We still haven't a chance to poison anything. I've been relying on magic pretty heavily. Actually, right here we can probably do it. Poison them up, and if you press if you guys didn't know, if you press 5 on the actual number 5 on your keyboard is the default rest button, which will just rest until you heal. But if you press the 5 on the number pad, it actually only waits 1 turn in game. So this way, you can, instead of moving around, which sometimes you don't want to do to pass the time, I can just press 5, and a turn will go by, and that's enough for the poison to kill him. And sometimes, I'm not sure exactly, but I know like moving, I think it might even, I'm not sure if it takes more time than just waiting. I'm pretty sure it does. So it's actually more efficient just to press 5 instead of like running in circles waiting for them. Alright, so here's an Orc Warrior. We could probably poison him up too. Yep, poison. The more stacks of poison, the faster he dies. We don't want to run into the black area because chance of aggroing more enemies, so we're going to run back to where we already know. Shoot another poison. Another one. And that's that. And poison's really powerful, but like I said, I've been using my magic, so it's been getting me by. Alright, to use, we'll just shock this thing. What is that? It's Orc Zombie. Heal, curing. Curing is good. Oh, what did I do? Somehow I made the I set this area to travel exclude, so auto explorer will not go there anymore. Oh, it's asking me if I want it to bounce off the wall and hit myself. No, I don't. Thank you though. Change to the mace. We'll just chase this guy down. What is this? I always like to look and see what they actually are, because the skeletons and the zombies, they tend to all have the same model, but there's definitely a difference between an orc zombie and an ogre zombie, so it's definitely good to pay attention. But this is just an orc, so no big deal. Like this, it's just a rat, same thing, any kind of skeleton or zombie. Always pay attention to what it is. This is an adder zombie, so nothing dangerous. I mean, it can poison me, but it's 2-stack discharge, that did it. Cannot seem to hit with that thing. Alright. Alright, 17%. I'm gonna go ahead and memorize it just because. So, we have lightning bolt now. I believe. Wait. Oh, there's the enemy. Okay, now we'll memorize it. Yes. Alright. And I'm gonna go ahead and change that to F3. So, I'll make that C. Oh, I guess some point repel missiles fell off and I didn't notice it. Put that back on. I probably shouldn't have even memorized swiftness. It was definitely a lot better before when it didn't have the it didn't make you slower after it ran out. Now it just feels too dangerous to use it. Because if you run away and then all of a sudden you're slow, well, now they're gonna catch up to you. So, and you definitely can't get away then. So I don't know. Maybe if you have a stair next to you, like within reach, and you know you can get to the stair before it'll run out, I can see the application, I guess. Alright, so I think this might be it for this level. Oh, a couple more guys. Alright, what's he casting at? He's hitting me with stuff, magic darts. Alright, that did it. Alright, ogre. What's our lightning bolt? I think it was 17%. Could try it. Well, let's be safe. Let's just lightning bolt. Well, actually, we'll just poison this guy. Yes, there's nothing dangerous over here. Okay, same thing with this this bear. Black bear is also very dangerous. Hits hard. Okay, and they always, when they get low, they run away, and if you don't kill them, they basically berserk, and they come back at you a lot stronger. So, but he'll be dead because of the poison. Oh, whoa, whoa, ice beast. Alright, put on, I left the ring ice on. See, I always forget about it. Let's see, did he hit me? I think he did hit me, didn't he? Ice beast hits you, okay. I resisted it. Well, in that case, I guess I'm glad that I left it on. I resisted it. Okay. So, static discharge, static discharge, static discharge, static discharge. And even though it saved me there some damage, I'm still taking it off because the next time that'll happen and it'll be a fire enemy and I'll take double damage instead. So, just to be safe, I'm going to take it off. I think this is it. Okay. Let's identify our scrolls. Scroll of silence. It's actually really bad for me. This is why you read stuff and identify potions when you've cleared the floor, because you don't want bad stuff to be happening and enemies rolling up on you. Potion of mutation. Alright, so this is a gamble. It's like rolling the slots whenever you do this. I do have a potion of cure mutation if I need it. So let's find out what I got. So I have 3 extra armor, which is actually really good, and 3% HP. That's great. Space occasionally distorts in your vicinity, and it's a bad one. I do not know what the hell that does. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end this video here, and then I'll start the part 2, and I'll figure out what that does and let you guys know when I come back.